Hi everybody, this video is about Maryland and how to find image-only historical records on FamilySearch.org. FamilySearch is working very hard to digitize all of their millions of records of microfilms that they have had for many years and to make them accessible for everyone to search through. But the problem is, the reason why it's image only is because we do not have the force to index all of these. So I want to show you how you can find these image only records and how you can use those in your research and how to browse through those. So let's go ahead and get started. So what we're going to want to do is we will go to FamilySearch.org. And then you'll want to click on this search button and you want to select the first option, which is records. So we're going to click here. And so this is where you can come and search for historical records right here, which will search the whole database that FamilySearch has. But what we want to do is we want to go right to Maryland. So I love this. All you have to do is come over here to the United States, and you can do this for any country. You click on the United States, and as it says, the United States of America, and then what you can do is select the state that you want to research in. So what we're going to do is come down to Maryland, and as I hover over that, can you see that there's 35 million index records, and over on the right-hand side, there's 35 million record images. And so, and as you can see, there's 99 collections. But let me go ahead and click on this, Maryland. Okay, so right here, I love this page because if you are researching in Maryland, you can go ahead and click or search right here, and these will search all of Maryland indexed historical records. And so if you come down the page, it shows you that there's 79 collections that are indexed. So all of these collections, and you can open this up and see which ones are indexed, and you can also click on any of these to search just in that index. And so and then they show if there's images over here on the right hand side. But if we keep coming down, to go down quite a ways, this is what we want to talk about today, the Maryland image only historical records. So what you can do, and usually there is the little image right here. So this just means that there's only images. There's no index to these. And I love these because there's so much you can find. One thing I like is I like to look for wills in the image only. And as you can see, there's a Maryland Register of Wills. There's over almost 2 million will records that are just images. There's no index yet because it's hard to index wills. So let's go ahead and click on this. The reason why is because you've got so many names in wills. Sometimes they're hard to read. This starts in 1629 and they can be hard to read sometimes. And so it's going to be a little bit more extensive to index those. And I know that Ancestry is doing some of these, so you may find them there. So you'd always want to check there too. But as you can see, I clicked on Maryland Register of Will Records, and then it says browse through 2 million images. Okay, this could probably scare you off, but let me show you what you do. Click on this, browse through those records, and then what you want to do here is this is a list of the counties. So you would start narrowing this 2 million records down. So we're going to click on the Carroll County, since we talked about that a little bit. And look at this. Look at all of these will records. It's amazing. Administration accounts, minutes over on the right-hand side, claims documents, estate papers. I mean, the list goes on and on for this. And this is just Carroll County. Inventories. This is when people died, they would do an inventory of what they had, and sale of personal property. I mean, it just goes on and on. And what I like to actually look for, especially if I'm looking for an older will, is I like to first try to find them on an index, which you can do here. And I'm not going to show you that one, but you can also go to, for instance, this says wills 1837 to 1852. So if I think my ancestor might have died around there or had a father that could have died in that time period, let me show you what you do. You can click here, and you'll just have to play around with all these different hits. It can take you a little while, but you'll get used to it. Go ahead and click on this wills 1837 to, can't remember what, the 1852. And so on this one, you will need to have an account. It says sign in to see free images. So I'm going to go ahead and sign in. And it's nice, you can just save your login information like a lot of other websites, so you don't have to remember it. That's the hardest thing, right? Is trying to remember your password and ID. So here we go. This is so wills 1837 to 1852 in Carroll County. So this shows you the information right here. And then it shows you that this is an image 1 to 358. So if you've never looked at microfilms, this is a microfilm. I used to do this a lot. You'd go to Salt Lake City, or you can also order these to your family history centers, and you'd go through the microfilm, and it's a little bit tedious. But what I love about this is you can just do this at home in your pajamas. So, and it's nicer than the microfilm reels, let me tell you. And one thing I wanted to mention before I show you this is that I think the reason why they have you sign in on these images is you can actually attach this to your family tree. So if you have a family tree in Family Search, if you've started one, or LinkedIn with everybody, you know, it's a big world tree, you would be able to, once you attach this to someone in your tree. So it's really cool. This wasn't always here. It's been out for the last 6 months or so. So let me just show you. I'm going to go, if I want to go to the next image, I can just click this up here. I'm going to go to a couple to show you. So this right here is typically what you see. Whoops. Oh no, I clicked on the wrong thing. Okay, this is typically what you see. Just the introduction. So let me just, I'm going to go ahead and move this up a little bit so you can see. So this is the Maryland wills 1837 through 1852. And I'm on image 4 right now. If I go to the next image, it says begin. And then now I'm on image 6. And this is what I really like. I'm going to zoom this in for you, because what I like to do is to try to find an index. And typically, if they're at the front of each of the books. So this is like a book that they recorded wills in. And so at the very beginning, you'll see this index. And the one I wanted to show you, and I already know which image it is, you can actually go, I don't know if you can see what I'm doing over here on the left. I know the person I want to look for is on image 20. So I can just type in the 20, and then I have to push the enter button. Okay, and this takes me over to this page. And did you see that? You can zoom in with the plus and zoom out. And this also will bring up all the pages. So just kind of play with that, you know, and let us know if you have any problems. But what I wanted to show you, as you can see, there are different, so these are different entries. This is Jonathan Parrish, so the last name. This was number 14, and this is a will 1837, and you can't see the page. Right here would be the page number. So to show you how this works, I was going to show you this John Parrish. He was number 162. He did his will. So this is a will that's in this book, November 6, 1843, and he is on page 284. So what I need to do is find him on 284, page 284 in this book. And as you can see up here, it goes to 358. Now, if I were to put in, it's not going to actually be image to, what did it say? 284. It's going to be page 284. So I'm going to have to kind of play with it to find it. So let me just show you what I do. I know which one it's on, but let me show you. If I were to do, I would put in 150 and then just hit my enter on my computer. This goes, and what you want to do is look for the page number at the top. Let me see if they've got it on this page. Okay, there we go. So there's page 232, and I needed to go to page 284. So I kind of played with it. You know, you can just, I just put different numbers in here till I track it down. You can do that, or you can also just do these arrows back and forth. So after I found it, it's on image 176. So let me show you. Go ahead and, so I did 176 and push the enter, and as you can see, I'll zoom this in even a little bit more. There is page 284. And so I come down here, and this is where it starts. This is the end of the previous one, but here is John Parrish. So it says, in the name of God, amen. I, John Parrish of Carroll County and state of, and then you can zoom that back out if you want to read all of it. This is my last will and testament, and he goes on and just tells what he wants to have done with his body, you know, who he wants. I haven't even read through this. A lot of times it'll tell you the wife, it'll tell you the daughters, which is so awesome because sometimes you cannot find marriage records, and if you feel like this is your family, you'll get to know the daughters' married names. So this is awesome for that. You'll also have, what's really nice is you'll have the sons that are still living, the wife, sometimes grandchildren, you know, the list can go on and on. So I love finding these. And this is the way that you can find them without actually having the index. So check this out. Let us know if you have questions, and love to hear from you.